Let's buy smart.
Where do you start? How do you start your art collection?
Number one, buy what you love. If you buy what you love, you'll always love it. People buy for trends and for space. That doesn't work. If you have something you love, you can move it around. Art isn't static.
It'll travel with you from home to home over many, many years.
For instance, I love this piece of art. I've been looking at it for a very long time. I actually have 2 smaller works by this artist. I think I'm gonna buy it.
And it's a cool medium too.
Very cool.
This is just an oil on canvas, quite painterly, a little more traditional. I've always liked this piece. If I buy this and then over time I want to add to it, I can always put either the same artist on top or I can do completely different works on top to group these pieces together.
Yeah, and the 2 pieces together make one bigger piece.
Yeah, so this is a good example of an art collection right here.
Yeah, so that comes to our point number 2, which is
buy small.
But start small.
Yeah.
People think they need to buy big art.
Yeah.
You don't need to big art. Actually, big art is more of a psychological and financial commitment.
Yeah.
So what we say is buy something small, group it together.
Yeah, different mediums make it more eclectic and make it look like it has more personality.
And you can grow your collection over time. And then when you're ready to buy something big, you can put something big here and then you can move these around throughout the house.
Yeah, and if you always love it, it's not going to be a problem moving them throughout the house.
And art isn't static, so you know that when you buy it, it's not always for that space.
Right, exactly. So point number 3
is don't buy for space or color.
Yes.
This is one of the biggest mistakes people make.
Yeah.
If you buy for color, color has a real trend to it.
Yeah.
And in 10 years, you won't like that.
Forget bringing your paint chips or your fabric samples to a gallery.
And it's not about filling a space, it's about holding a space.
Yeah.
So you can do that with 3 pieces of work, 2 pieces of work, or a collection.
Yeah.
And
it's all about anchoring a wall and making the wall look like it's got a little bit more presence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And number 4, do your research.
Yeah, educate yourself a little bit. Lots of mediums out there.
You can go to art galleries, you can go to end of the year fairs,
Yeah.
look in magazines, see what your friends are buying.
Yeah.
Once you figure out what you like, it's a lot easier to go into a place and buy something.
But don't ask your friends what they like or if they like your art.
Because people don't
ask your
necessarily
family, don't ask your friends.
Because ultimately you're going to live with it.
Yeah.
For instance, when I buy a new piece, I always put it in my eye shot.
Right in front,
Just because I love it and I want to see it.
Yeah, I don't even have a spot for it. When I fall in love with it, I love it. And then I know it's always going to be something that's for me.
And I must mention, buy Canadian.
Yeah.
Canadian is the biggest deal internationally. Undervalued.
Yeah, fantastic talent.
Fantastic talent here, as you can see.
Yeah.
And so
enjoy.
So start collecting.
And start collecting.